Today it is my late friend Liz's birthday. Those of you who have been around this vlog for a while will be familiar with Liz, and I know many of you loved her and could see what a beautiful person she was in the videos that she featured in. She particularly popped up quite a bit in the last days of her life, and she was very keen to share with people via the vlog all about life living in hospice and how it just improved her life, and it just made the end of her life so much easier, and she was very keen to get that message out to people. And even in this week leading up to her birthday, I ran into a friend in the supermarket this week, and she said, do you know what? I had seen your video about the hospice pop up and I had never watched it, and then my dad needed to move into hospice, and so I went and watched it, and then I showed it to my dad and my mum, and it just gave us a real piece about moving into hospice. And they also moved into the Toowoomba hospice for her dad's last days, and I'm just so thankful that Liz was just so generous with her time and her wanting to share during that time. And it's just lovely to know that it's still affecting people's lives. Now, to pause on the conversation with Liz at the moment, it's actually just starting to sprinkle lightly. A tiny bit of wind. Let's move around here. Nowhere. Oh, those palm trees were just blowing, but you can't see too much. Oh, this rain is starting even more. I'll go inside and then I'll keep talking about Liz and what this video is about. Some people might have clicked on this video just so that they could hear about the book club and hospice. So I'm just going to add my little bit of chatter that updates all about the cyclone that is coming. I've just cut it and added it at the end so that if people were just wanting to be there for book club and hospice, they don't need to follow along what I'm doing. But if you are one of my regulars, we've got a cyclone coming to southeast Queensland, but it's the calm before the storm at the moment. Last year, I took a lot of videos and I shared a lot of them with you. If you haven't watched videos of Liz, go and look in my videos. There's a playlist called My Friend Liz, and please go and meet Liz. And I'm sure you'll be touched by watching the videos of her. I recorded quite a few videos, but I didn't get to record them all. As time went by, I just didn't quite know when to put it on, because after the funeral and everything finished and I was trying to catch up on different vlogs, and I still had these vlogs of Liz and they just got pushed aside for quite a while. And then when I got a little bit of time, I thought, oh, it's a bit odd to post them now. So somewhere along the line recently, I thought I'm going to post the vlogs. I've now split them into two. And I'm going to post one today on her birthday, and I'm going to post one on May 4th, which is the day of her death. And the videos are when our book club came to hospice and did a final book club for Liz. We had, in fact, discussed the book, The Mystery Guest, and I think Liz had given this book to me. So yeah, if I can, I've got auto tracking on, so can I, yep. So it's from Nita Prose. I don't know if any of you have already read it. If you haven't read it, there will be spoilers in the video. So if you want to hear Liz's, and I mean, Liz was getting pretty tired at that point and speaking very softly. I've tried to turn the sound up so you can hear that. But if you want to hear it after listening to it, go and read the book first. If you have read the book and can remember bits of it, please join in the discussion in the comments below. We would love to see it. And yeah, it's just so precious. Before Liz moved to hospice, I just would have never thought about having a book club at a hospice. A hospice always sounded so sad and that you'd have to be so solemn and you'd probably be just crying all the time. But it wasn't like that at all. So yeah, enjoy our book club with Liz. Okay, this is Liam.
Hello.
He is Liz's oldest son. You have been at hospice for how long?
1 day it's been. I
Yeah.
have had another sleepover with my mum,
Yep.
but that was a few weeks ago.
Okay. And what do you think about hospice, Liam?
I think it's pretty nice. It's quiet most of the time.
Yeah. And what's it like when you come to sleepover?
It's nice, the bed. The couch forms into a bed.
The couch forms into a bed.
I don't know how.
And it's comfortable enough?
Yeah, it's comfortable. I can sleep in it.
And what do you eat when you're here? Do you have your own, you bring your own meals? Here comes Mum.
No, we had some of Mum's.
Some of Mum's
Food.
food. And here comes Mum here.
Gotta give Mum's phones back.
Yeah, we're trying out Liam for camera worthiness, aren't we, Liam?
Yeah. Let's see this.
Yeah.
I was sitting here, wasn't I?
You were. Oh, it doesn't matter where you sit. Anything else? Do you reckon it's a good place for families?
Yeah, it's nice. I think they designed it deliberately. I think they designed it for families to be here.
It's good for families, and it's been good for Mum.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I think she likes it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
know-
I know she likes it.
You know she likes it.
That's better.
And look, here we've got the other book club ladies coming.
Hello.
Liam's just trying out his superstar potential.
Oh.
He can't outshine your mother though, because she's my superstar on YouTube. But he was just saying about what he thinks. Do you reckon we should go over and chat with Mum now?
Okay.
Yep, fantastic.
That's like a spring. That's like a screw sort of. You know, it's like.
But I mean, like Amanda Cooper, she gave her
That's probably gonna
No, just black's fine.
Oh, you're a black?
Yeah. I change it up, but black's
you
fine.
don't put sugar in it. I'll take it across.
No.
Up, getting Liam on the production line.
Oh, you're taking. I was going to top it up. Never mind.
Pretty
You
full.
can have the tide down. That's fine. All right. Oh, Liam. Liam's ready to go.
Yeah. And did you drive up?
Oh, that's good.
Oops. Liam, how's the tea? You're liking it? Liam's just decided to try our French Earl Grey, which is our book club tea, unofficially. Or officially, it's book club.
Go through all the getting the
Big
permit.
one, but
Yeah.
How old is it? Like, is it?
Like above and beyond. Like we just got the form. So when I got in here, it was like I don't know, 2 days later after they bring me the form and I was like, hey, do you want to fill this in? Like it's just you know, like told me what it was, which I said I've already seen it on. I'd seen it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Before.
The ambulance
Followed it.
wish.
yeah.
Yeah, the ambulance.
I
wish people.
never knew about it, and I
Never
sort
heard
of
about it,
looked
yeah.
into it, and I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think I don't know how I got to find out about it, but I found out it beforehand somehow, and I've been, I don't know, probably for the last few months just seeing its posts
Yeah.
come up. And yeah, it was awesome. They didn't, like, I feel like they didn't have to do anything, although it would have been very odd if we just turned up and sat there. Yeah. But so they weren't open that day, they didn't have anything going on,
Yeah.
which was really nice because then they did a hunt, a lavender, an Easter egg hunt in the lavender because it was the weekend of Easter.
Yeah.
And then like the kids did that, and then she took them into the little coffee van, and they got to make their own drinks. So I think they made like spiders and stuff like that, and then they got to make them for everybody. So they stayed in the van and just like helped make coffees and teas and stuff. They just had so much fun doing that. Getting to be everybody's waiters and stuff like that.
I hope when they see lavender plants all through their life, they'll remember that day, like, or smell the fresh lavender.
Was there any
lavender.
breeze there? Could you get the
You could smell
the lavender?
Yeah, because they had they grow 4 different types of lavender, but there was only 2 that were flowering at the time. One of them was the really just fragrant one, and then the other one was the food grade one. So yeah, they got us to see a bit of the food grade one. Hang on,
Talking about
buddy.
the lavender farm.
Just talking about the lavender, so
I can't get into the internet without you.
nothing to do.
Do you know the internet password? Can I use your internet? Because you can give me internet.
Yeah.
Like, what's that kind of dark magic? I need to know.
How was the lavender? How was the lavender farm, Liam?
It was good.
Yeah. What was the best thing about it?
I think it was when we went away from the bees.
When what?
Because we went and we went to bees in some bee suits.
Some bees.
Yeah, and they said the louder the buzz, the angrier they get. And the radius bees go is 4 miles. Right.
Okay.
So I was
How many is that
worried.
in kilometres? No?
1.6.
Yeah.
Like, did they just then stay on the farm? Is that like a 4
They would
mile
stay near
radius?
the area of the farm, yes, because they would get the lavender.
Yeah. Did they have lavender honey?
Yes, I have lavender.
Yeah. But then they'd use the bees for cross pollination, I'm presuming.
So 2 out of 1 we get. Or 2 out of 1. Lavender, and they get bees.
Where was the farm?
Okay.
Do you know what's
Westbrook.
Westbrook.
They turned a container into a shop.
I have never
I've
heard about it
only
before.
because, and I planned to go at one stage, but we
It's
didn't
open this
make it
weekend.
work. But
I think we should get Dad to grow some lavender.
It wasn't like that.
Just watch.
Shannon's into the sunflower. Tell her, lavender. Shannon.
Yeah.
Lavender's.
But it was just the way that they did everything for us. And like they came out and so then they, after they did the drinks with the boys, they were getting ready because the next day they were having their big Easter egg hunt. And they said they had like 5,000 people come through.
Oh wow.
Easter egg hunt. And then, so the rocks that people leave, like they'll paint and then they'll leave. So they had a whole heap of those that they got to hide for the next day. They didn't hide all of them, but there was heaps that they hid. So that was
They
really
hid the
fun.
rocks or the Easter
The boys
the rocks?
hid the rocks.
Yeah.
Instead of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so did
didn't
they
do
have to
that.
find the rocks and then it cashed in for Easter eggs?
No.
Or people are just finding
Sep-
rocks? Sorry.
Separate.
I'm not in with the rock.
Just separate.
I keep seeing it.
Yeah.
So do
Just
people then...
separate.
Sorry. Focusing on the rocks now.
Okay.
So do people...
You need to get the
I need the story straight.
Yeah.
So do
No.
people then take the rocks home, or do
Yeah.
they just take them and
They
they
can.
hide them somewhere else,
You
or they can
can,
choose
like,
whatever they
So
want to do?
Lily's found heaps all over, like Toowoomba, Tassie, Victoria. Some of them we take. She's got a whole big collection at home, but then some we've actually rehidden, and we've also painted our own and rehidden.
Okay.
So we hid one in Tassie,
Yes.
and we were meant to hide one in Victoria, but we didn't find a spot that she liked. But like it's such a big thing. Like there's so many rock finding groups. You just
Really?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We painted the rocks, but they were not hidden. They are all kept. They are all cherished.
I've been following a lady on Facebook, Jenny Apple, and I followed her, but she's passed away of lung cancer. And one of the things that she started doing before she died was a rock garden. And since she's died, like her husband said, if you want to send something for the rock garden. So out the front of their house, they have this massive painted rock section because people just keep sending rocks. And I'm like, how much postage? Just send a rock, but people just keep on sending painted rocks, and there's like all these beautiful things. So when people walk past, there's this great big colourful.
Yeah, we left one in Norfolk Island, and then we've found what rocks in New Zealand when we were there, and in random places, just walking into a cafe, and there was one sitting at the bottom of the step, and like, so then.
How do you know it's like one of those rocks and not just someone's own
Because
rock?
usually they have it on the back.
Poor
they
Jenny's
have
rock garden.
They have like a hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag, and then they have the Facebook symbol, so then you can go and search up that particular
You
hashtag.
need to have your rock-looking eyes on, and then you'll start noticing it.
And one of the rocks we found in New Zealand was actually from America.
Wow.
And then there was a whole big story as to the hashtag and why that was the hashtag.
So are they like this?
Yeah, so
They're all pretty standard
Yeah,
size, aren't they?
standard,
Just
yeah.
like a pet rock size.
some of them are
That's right, little sticks. Yeah, or rubber.
painting. Some of them are average. So
Because you wouldn't want to be travelling with
Feeling
really
like
heavy
I need
rocks.
to get
Yeah, we
to
see
the
Lily.
place.
Yeah.
Get my daughter into
Well, we painted a whole bunch that were like glow in the dark and everything, and I was like, this is going to be so sweet when people find them, and the girls were like, they are ours. But it was nice exercise.
Bunnings are the ones to go.
Then I haven't come back to it.
I was actually thinking when we're at the Gala Beach, they've got a lot of nice black rocks, but you're not supposed to do that. We didn't take the Gala rocks. Moving away. Anyway. Anyway, that's enough. Before we further incriminate ourselves, let's. But
Did you read
anyway,
the book?
I've read the book. Are we still
which
talking
book are we
about?
talking about?
The Maid.
Yes.
Yeah, the mystery guest.
Yeah.
The Maid
I
sequel.
have read the Maid sequel.
So did you
Mystery guest.
did you guess the murderer?
No.
Neither did
No,
I.
neither did I.
It didn't. I didn't think sort of was had a
Like-
connection.
No,
to
there was no
something.
connection for it.
To only once she got into
here.
the motel room,
Yeah.
like then
I-
it started. But before that,
Yeah, there was no. 'cause
when she was
wasn't-
rushing back to the hotel, I didn't.
I still want to know why they were rushing away from breakfast or whatever.
Yeah,
The lambs. There was like 2 comments or 3 comments about the lambs at breakfast, and it was never tidied up.
It's also never quite explained why the lambs were still there
after
he died, hanging around in a hotel.
Maybe
Because
they
they
paid
wanted
for their
to. No,
accommodation.
like I think they said they wanted to know what happened, so they were all there for the.
Yeah.
Because they were so devastated that he died.
If it's a mystery writers club, like I guess you want to solve the mystery too. Of what
Yeah.
happened to him.
Yeah.
I just felt they were just like introduced and then they were just sort of unnecessarily there.
Yeah.
So something they had to be somehow.
Yeah, but then they like everything went quiet about them for a while, didn't it? And then
because they're filming and everything else.
yeah.
So anyway,
What other thoughts did you have about the book? Do you remember
Not
the book?
many. Yeah.
Did you enjoy
Did
it?
you
I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
did you enjoy the main
I
the main
enjoyed
character? Did
her.
you read the first one?
Yeah.
The character's lovely.
I enjoyed the character a lot again.
Mm.
She was just, but I liked how she was confident in herself now.
Yeah.
She knew that she was good at this and good at that, and she had these skills. I liked that she wasn't even second guessing, but not believing that she didn't have any.
And is it Cheryl that X had made? I like how she put her in place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Do we hope she'll come back as a
Well, this is
detective?
the interesting thing,
Yeah.
because for this book, you're right, she's very confident and, really secure in her
Because
role
she's
and what she
she's
did
a
and
maid,
knew
a
what she was
head
doing.
maid.
Exactly.
Read the book.
But then at the end, you think, oh, is she going to become a...
Okay, who thinks she's going to become a detective? I think because it's going to be the next book.
Have to
Yeah.
be. I don't know. She didn't do well at school, so she would have to do training.
But she only didn't do
Only
well at
because
school
she
because they didn't
social
accommodate for neurodivergence.
What's the detective's name again? Is it Stark? Anyway, the detective. I thought it was a bit of a sudden leap to being nice to her.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, she was being mean to her at the start of the book.
Yeah, okay. I reckon it was
might have
quite
been
a sudden.
when it happened.
But anyway.
We were talking about the other night how we couldn't work out why her great grandfather hadn't told her that
Who he was.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah.
Like when the grandmother
Grandpa.
passed away, that might have been an opportune time to let her know.
But then I guess maybe
You insinuated
before she
it in
was
life.
grieving and then it gets awkward.
But he'd been in her life for so long.
It insinuated in the last book. Last book, I thought, oh, he's her grandfather.
But when I read mystery books,
So long ago.
Yeah.
I know you have to really cast your mind back.
Mm.
When I read mystery books, I always know that they're going to be hints if you reread it, but they don't tell you enough information, so most of the time you can't guess it. I think most of the time you can't guess it. So me being not a type A, just I don't try very much, maybe a little bit. So I'm like, I know that they're withholding something.
Well, they're trying to send me in
And
the
I
wrong
did
direction.
think that the assistant was going to be his daughter. I thought, and that didn't pan out.
Yeah, but I had
Yeah.
this whole other subplot in my head over here about them being half sisters or something. About the secretary's daughter and the maid being.
Oh yeah, because it was
Being
insinuated
half-sisters.
because you sort of wondered if he'd got a bit handsy with her grandmother and her mum. Her mum.
Because we don't know who her dad
because
is.
I thought that's what sent her mum spiralling into a drug-addicted madness.
And see, that would have been a great plot line.
Yeah, I should become an
Maybe
author.
that's a plot line for book 3.
Yeah, because we still
Yeah.
don't know who
Yeah.
her dad is.
Oops.
Could have been him.
Could have been him.
Still very.
And
Can
the
you get
mother-
everyone
Do
in?
we, the mother could still potentially.
Nah, she's dead.
Do we know? For sure.
I don't feel like it's complete with the mother. I still like they
I think
need
that
to
was
delve
very
more
vague,
into
It
that.
was a really vague interaction.
there's
that she
more
had with
around the
her.
mother.
No, I don't reckon. I reckon it's done and dusted.
But her grandma
Maybe
was
she's
very
not
honest
dead.
with her.
Like she thinks, and it's all going to come back when she's at.
Somebody said in our midnight discussion that it was said that she was dead though.
I'm sure.
I can't
it's
remember
referenced.
it.
Grandma told her that she was dead.
Did she actually
Oh,
say
golly,
dead
I can't
or
get Liz.
like, was there
Can you get
some-
Liz in?
Facts
I
are.
just, I don't know.
We're just now going to do a book club YouTube thing. Caution, spoilers. I'm like, this is just like a
Spoiler
long
fest.
video.
I'm pretty sure it referred to dead.
I took it as dead too. But
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if they're trying to be tricky and didn't actually say
I
dead.
feel like I need to read The Maid and
No, they said she was dead,
I don't-
but
Made a long time ago, so.
I know, because I couldn't properly remember how the detective had acted, and then I thought partway through it, I'm like, I think I'm getting this detective mixed up with another book.
oh, that's a problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens
And
to
then
me
I'm like,
sometimes.
Okay.
But then there was something else I was actually thinking about the other day, like with the lambs. How many of them were there? Were there just those three? or
It
were
seemed
there
like there was only 3, and then at the end you're like, oh, there's a whole
Yeah, like it's
But did all of them stay?
club.
We've
No.
got questions. Who's the author?
Did you have a picture in your mind of who they were? Because in my mind, this is probably ridiculous. Did you see, the Roald Dahl movie, Witches? You know, the
I haven't
Witches.
seen it, but I've seen shorts.
It's a gaggle of women who aren't actually, but, and that's who I'm picturing the lambs being.
I'm picturing cardigan.
You've cast them.
Yeah, like older ladies curling.
But didn't she have a cardigan cardigan with cat
hair.
hair.
I wonder if it was black cat hair.
Well, I'm picturing white cat hair because I've got Daisy's cat hair everywhere.
I had a vision orange, ugly Christmas sweater cardigans.
It was brown. I just have.
Yeah, that was my vision of it.
I was like, with, you know, like those sewn-on flowers that kind of flop.
Like the Kath and Kim sort of
Picturing.
Kath and Kim sort of jumpers.
Yeah, that's what she was picturing. I was just picturing a brown knitted jumper with white. It was white cat hair in my head.
Yeah. Then as it went on, she was really unkept. I don't know. Did you read that everyone on the train is a suspect?
Yes.
Do you want to discuss that one too?
For those of you who are up to date with what is happening in southeast Queensland, you will know that there is Cyclone Alfred heading our way. It's a category 3 cyclone, so not even a category 3. It's a category 2 cyclone, not particularly large. I grew up in North Queensland. I can remember a category 5 cyclone sweeping through Bundaberg, but my claim to fame for that is I slept through it and woke up the next day and said, are we in the eye of the cyclone? And everyone said, no, the cyclone came, you had the best view of it, your windows were rattling, we were running in and out all night. I said, why didn't you wake me? And they said, well, if you didn't get woken from the ruckus, we weren't going to wake you. So that was quite disappointing. Yes, but we are all staying safe. Toowoomba is inland, so we are not going to be directly hit, but we are expecting a lot of rain and wind coming up and taking precautions about that. And yeah, so that is what is happening in our life, and I shall report in after the event and let you know how we fared all through it, but we will be staying safe. I saw Liz's husband Dave had a post on his Facebook yesterday saying that they are all hunkered down and ready. They've gone shopping and got all stocked up, something that they haven't really done very well since even before cancer. And I guess that is just one of those things that when you've been living with a terminal patient, it just takes, and then having your wife and mother die, it just takes a little bit of time to get into new routines. I have finished editing the video and I'm going to leave it off here. I haven't got too much more to say except I really miss my friend Liz. I've had photos popping up of her all week. I don't know why, it just happened to just keep popping up all week. And I just really, really miss her, and there's so often that I just want to ring her up and ask her or tell her something. Yeah, I just really miss her. And she's such a lovely lady, and my heart goes out to Dave and his mum and dad and all her siblings, and yeah, they must miss her all the more. Anyway, for those of you who did follow along with Liz, feel free to leave your thoughts about Liz in the comment section, and I'm sure it will be a comfort for the family to read. And until next time, thank you always for being part of my Happy Heart family.